I have another generic box here and I want to show you what's inside, so let's check it out. Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna check out what's in this box that I got from Vale's toy store. So a big thank you to them for sending some more of their stuff for a review. Without further ado, let's open this up right away. And here we go, we have 3 more Black Series custom figures here. Now if you guys remember, I already made a review for the first batch of these figures. These are called Doom's Unit and they are custom built, upgraded Black Series clone trooper bodies with some of the best articulation that you can find on the market. But because I've already covered all of that and I don't want to repeat myself, you can see everything related to these bodies in that previous video. Articulation, comparison to the official Hasbro clones, everything. The link for that video will be up in the and down in the video description in case you're interested. So Vale's toy store sent me 3 more of these clones that are basically all the same but with few different add-ons and accessories. And the accessories are the main highlight and the main reason why I'm making another video about these figures. If you watched my previous video, you know that these guys come with a ton of accessories, mainly with a bunch of alternate hands, with all kinds of gestures, and the great thing is that they are compatible with each of these troopers. As someone who is always saying that Hasbro needs to give us more accessories in the Black Series line, I'm thrilled with the number of accessories that Vale's toy store is giving us with these new releases. But again, I've covered all the hands in my previous video, so there's no need to do that again because we are getting the same thing here. What is different with these 3 guys are the rest of the accessories, so we'll go through all of those. Here are all 3 figures with everything that they come with, and I have to point out that I love that Vale's toy store put these little prints on their bags. We have a trooper face on the bigger one and a blaster on the smaller one in which you get the accessories. That's a nice touch. Now, in the previous video we had a standard trooper, sergeant and arc trooper, and these new ones are the leader, jet trooper in the middle and shield trooper. And you can see that all of these are actually the same figure with different add-ons. Articulation is the same, helmets are removable, revealing an unpainted clone head sculpt. But moving on to the accessories, we're gonna start with the leader, who has this green shoulder pauldron, and I'm starting with him because he doesn't come with anything that we haven't already seen in my previous review. This shoulder pauldron is the only new thing on this guy, but he comes with a standard longer rifle and a standard smaller blaster, and both are modified so that the barrel has a peg hole in which you can peg in these blast effects. And for those effects we have this one and this one. And this is how they both look pegged into the weapons. We also get 3 additional pairs of hands. We have a pair of standard trigger finger hands already on the figure, then we get a pair of gripping hands, a pair of open hands, and a different pair of open hands where this one has a peg hole on the palm or a small Palpatine hologram that pegs in like this, and this is the effect that we get. And my only gripe is that the trigger finger hands on all of these figures should have the up and down hinge instead of the in and out. And again, that's an issue with all these troopers. Other than that, this is a great set. Moving on to the jet trooper in the middle, he's your standard clone, but with an additional unique accessory, and that of course being his jetpack. And it's a nicely sculpted Mandalorian type of jetpack, but with colors that match Doom's unit. I love the fact that they made peg holes here, because we also get 3 of these firing effects. This is something that we should always get with official Hasbro releases of characters with jetpacks, but we know that most of the time that's not the case. So these effects simply go in like this, and here is how that looks. We have a peg here as well, and there's a peg hole on the back of the figure, so we simply align and peg in the jetpack. It fits perfectly, it holds, it's nice and sturdy, so here is how that looks. Now what is missing for this jet trooper in this set is a flight stand. There are a lot of cheap, simple stands on AliExpress. They could have included any of those, but unfortunately they didn't, and it's obviously important to have a flight stand for a character that should be posed in a flying pose. But if you are not new to collecting, you probably already have a nice number of stands, so it's fine. He also comes with both weapons, a blaster and the rifle, and then as already mentioned, he comes with 3 of these, 2 for the jetpack and 1 for the rifle, and this smaller effect for the blaster. And for the hands, we again have 4 pairs in total, a trigger finger hand, hand and a gripping hand are already on the figure. Then we get a pair of fisted hands, a pair of saluting hands, and a pair of pointing hands. One more thing about the jetpack is that it has these two small tabs on the side, indicating that they should be used for carrying something, maybe a weapon, but while the longer rifle can fit like this, the blaster doesn't fit, at least not in any kind of logical way. So maybe the sculpt of this jetpack was taken from somewhere where these tabs actually had a purpose. I'm not sure. And finally, we will take a look at the shield trooper that is again your standard clone, but comes with this shield that has a Republic symbol here. The sculpt is nice, and there is even a little bit of weathering, giving it more life so that it doesn't look like a simple piece of plastic. It has an opening here, and here is how the other side looks. We have a clip and a handle, and it fits nicely into his hands. So this is how that looks. He also comes with his rocket launcher, or whatever it should be, but the problem is that it has a peg hole sculpted on the wrong side. If I'm not mistaken, judging by the way that the handle is sculpted, this should be the front side. This is from where this thing should fire. But it doesn't matter that much. It's still a nice looking accessory, something that we usually don't get with these troopers, so I'm glad that it was included here. Shield trooper also comes with 4 pairs of hands. 2 trigger finger hands are already on the figure. Then we get a pair of gripping hands, a pair of thumbs up or thumbs down hands, and a pair of 2 finger pointing hands. I've already made comparison in my previous review, so there's no need to do that again. Here is the only comparison that I will make here. This is how all 6 of them look together, and in my opinion, this is a fantastic set of clones. As I said, they are all practically the same figure with different add-ons and different accessories, which is enough to give them different looks. Overall, these figures are amazing. It's a retooled body with incredible articulation range that can be compared to what figure arts and Mayfax usually give us. These are better than your standard official Hasbro clones, and when you add to that all the weapons and especially alternate hands with all kinds of gestures, these guys are practically some of the best clone action figures in the 1/12 scale. Hasbro really needs to start giving us alternate hands with their releases, because those give so much more character to these figures, and they also give us more options for our display. But that's still not happening, and it's questionable if it ever will. But that's why we have these KOs and customs on the market. I know that there is all the issue with US-China tariffs, and I know that even without that problem, these Dooms unit figures have a higher price than what we used to seeing, but if you can, I would strongly recommend that you get at least one of these guys, just so that you can see for yourself how amazing these figures are. Again, if you haven't watched my previous review of these guys, check it out, link is in the video description. That one is my in-depth review where I show the articulation range and I compare them to the official Hasbro troopers, so everything that you need to know about these is in that video. Of course, I always like to hear your thoughts, so let me know what do you think about these figures down in the comment section. Huge thank you to the guys from Wales Toy Store for sending this set for a review. Last time I checked, most of these are sold out, but I will leave a link in the video description just in case they become available again, which I'm sure they will. As always, a huge thank you to my Patreon and channel members for their support. If you can also join and help, please do so. Links are in the video description. And of course, to all of you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see ya in the next video.